almost 25 years ago, a tradition at Texas A&M University ended after a 60-foot stack of logs fell and killed 12 people. The Aggie bonfire dates back to the early 1900s, but after the deadly incident in 1999, it came to a halt. An investigation found that flawed construction led to that wreckage, but now the school is considering bringing the tradition back, and that's the focus of Sneha Dey's latest piece in the Texas Tribune. She joins us this afternoon. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so certainly a painful chapter in the university's history. Who is behind this, wanting to bring this back, and why?
Yeah. So two regents are on a committee and talks about how to commemorate the renewed football rivalry with UT Austin, and those regents are the ones that are pushing to bring back the bonfire. Those involved in bonfire talks say resuming the tradition appears to be in the interest of older alumni who once partook in the tradition themselves rather than current students.
And how are the victims' families reacting to this news and this consideration, as well as others?
Yeah, absolutely. So as part of bonfire talks, Regent John Bellinger in January reached out to the families of all 12 people who died in the 1999 bonfire tragedy, and he asked to meet with them to get their input on resuming the tradition. As of January, 6 of the families had agreed to visit with him, only 3 of which gave him the okay to restart the tradition. In terms of how the community is feeling overall, there's a sentiment among those community members that to bring back the tradition would be disrespectful to the families and those who have lived through the tragedy. Students also already host an off-campus bonfire in lieu of an on-campus bonfire and are expected to continue that off-campus bonfire even if the university hosts one with official oversight.
Okay, so if the university decides to bring back this bonfire, what would be done differently? We talked about what the investigation led to and revealed about the flawed construction. What would be done differently this time?
Yeah, back in 1999, after the tragedy, Texas A&M had to settle lawsuits with victims of the families. And at the time, part of the stipulations that the university had to make, they committed to providing architectural and engineering oversight by professionals if they were to ever bring it back. And so for some context, part of the problem that led to the collapse in 99 was that the building of the bonfire was led by unprofessional student workers, unqualified. They didn't have the knowledge to know what would be safe in building the bonfire. There's some proposals and talks that to build the bonfire and bring the tradition back this time. There's an idea that a construction company would come in and build the bonfire themselves, so the students would not immediately be involved in building the bonfire, but these are still initial ideas.
Okay, and then lastly, what happens next?
Right, absolutely. So right now, the rivalry committee, they are considering the bonfire among other ways to commemorate this game with UT Austin in November. President Mark Welsh is scheduled to get recommendations from the rivalry committee come May, and the recommendations are expected to include a proposal to resume the bonfire. President Welsh plans to make a decision about what will be implemented after he's briefed on the recommendations, so no decisions have been made so far.
Okay, Sneha Dey from the Texas Tribune, thanks for being with us this afternoon.
Thank you.